Hello and welcome back. We've got a mixed operations problem for you today. It is 50 plus 10 times 10 plus 7 plus 2 equals what? All right, if you want to pause the video here and try to solve this one and leave an answer, you can do that. We're going to come back and work this one out together. All right, so first of all, where to start on a problem like this? I've seen people do a lot of different things here. Some correct, some not correct. So wanted to cover that. This one's pretty simple. So if you're just looking for the answer, you're going to start with multiplication, and that is because with the order of operations in this problem, multiplication has higher precedence than addition. So the first thing you do is 10 times 10. Now, if you're thinking that you need to go left or right to solve this, if you're going to add if you think the answer is 609, I will tell you that is incorrect. And if you want to stick around a little bit longer and find out why that's incorrect, you can. Or if you just want to see the answer, I'm going to give that on the next page. But basically, it's 10 times 10. At first, 50 plus 100 plus 7 plus 2 equals what? Well, of course, it equals 159. But I do see a lot of people getting 609. See a lot of people misunderstanding the order of operations. A lot of people seem to think that you've got to have parentheses before you solve this, which is incorrect. You do not need parentheses. Some people think the order of operations only applies in algebra. That's also incorrect. Um, the mathematical order of operations is really a set of rules that dictates the sequence in which different operations should be performed in a mathematical expression. And this ensures that calculations are carried out consistently and correctly. Now, in North America, the standard order follows PEMDAS, which would be parentheses, exponents, multiplication, and division. Now, be careful, left to right. Multiplication and division have equal precedence and they're solved left to right. Addition and subtraction, left to right. Honestly, with addition and subtraction, you can solve them in any order. It doesn't matter. 5 minus 3 is 2. Minus 3 plus 5 is also equal to 2. So it doesn't matter. So it's only 4 steps. Now, there's also, in some regions, there's also an acronym called BODMAS. There's even some other ones too. There's BEDMAS and BIDMAS, but just to briefly explain BODMAS, it's used a lot in the UK, some other English-speaking countries, but it's brackets, orders, division, and multiplication. Again, division, multiplication, left to right, then addition and subtraction. But the principle remains the same. There's no difference between BODMAS or PEMDAS. You get the same answer. In this case, 159. Parentheses do take the highest precedence. Now with BODMAS, you refer to those as brackets. But parentheses take the highest precedence. That ensures that any calculations inside of them are completed first before moving on to exponents and then followed by your multiplication or division. Again, left to right, then addition and subtraction. Now, using the correct order of operations is really essential to avoid any ambiguity and in mathematical expressions. Now, for example, consider the expression 8 plus 2 times 3. Well, if we performed the addition first, we would get 8 plus 2 times 3, which 8 plus 2 is 10, times 3 is 30, which is incorrect. That is not the correct answer. Instead, if we follow the correct order, which is multiplication before addition, we compute the 2 times 3 equals 6, and then we add 8 plus 6, and we get 14. So without these rules, different people would arrive at different answers, which would lead to a lot of confusion and errors. That's why mathematics is often called a universal language. So the order of operations, it's widely used in fields such as engineering, computer science, finance, where you have maybe more complex formulas that need to be evaluated accurately. In programming, for instance, computers follow these rules when executing arithmetic operations in code, and this is most programming languages. There are some that do not, and you have to program for that. But ensures you want to ensure that the results are consistent with the mathematical conventions. Also, similarly in financial calculations, formulas for interest rates and investments rely on the correct sequence of operations to yield accurate projections. So understanding and applying these rules correctly is fundamental to solving mathematical problems efficiently and avoiding costly mistakes in real world applications. Now, if you're just balancing your checkbook, you're really not doing anything other than adding and subtracting. But where we're getting at here, this is mixed operations where we don't just have addition and subtraction. We're going to mix multiplication and sometimes division, and that's where a lot of people get confused. If you haven't done these problems for a long time, a lot of people are answering 609 for this problem, which is not correct. So hopefully this has been helpful. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.